back on the inside, people, and we are here and we're joined by two members of the PEP this morning. And these two members of the PEP, we have PRO Janice Learmond-Criqui, and we have Felicia Holder. What's your position again?
Chairman of the party.
Chairman of the party, of course. And you were on with Philip Alexander not too far back.
Yes.
I remember that clearly. So they are here this morning, and we're going to talk about this Massive Gosein issue. Director, the Massive Gosein song, I wanted us to play a little verse in that before we started. I don't know if I could get that, so we could remind people what we're talking about as if they don't know. as if they need a reminder this morning. Rowley Mother Count. That's the name of the song. The PNM's Women League found it offensive, so we'll find out from these ladies what is offensive these days for women especially. Because it seems like, you know, we're in a situation in usual place in Trinidad and Tobago where everybody kind of sensitive about almost every little thing. So I'll tell you what, we'll start and we'll get to Massive in a little while. So ladies, welcome of course, and I see the PEP doing, making strides on social media.
Correct.
Yes.
Alright, so I want to congratulate you guys on that.
Thank you.
And I see that you all are also making some little inroads on the ground as well.
Yes.
And I think at a point in time in the country where the country kind of looking for something different, something new, and something that is not really. And you all have mixed the colors perfectly
Yes, we have.
and made orange. All right, you know what I mean? No, because the way I say it, you know, the reason why I say that is because we were talking about the racial undertones, we were talking about race and how it's dealt with in Trinidad and Tobago and how it exists. And the PNM being the predominant, the
Party.
viewed African party, and the UNC being East Indian, but you all have blended the two colors together, which is red and yellow, and you all have Douglarized the politics in Trinidad and Tobago.
I love that we have seen it, yes.
All right,
Well,
Philip, don't laugh.
before you start, the slogan of the party is one people under one flag.
One people under one flag.
One people under one flag. So
Brilliant.
we have encompassed all the races and genders
Brilliant.
under one flag,
Under one
which is
flag.
what it should be.
But that's how
and
it's
not
supposed
have,
to be, yeah.
you know, the divide.
Ah, brilliant. Now straight to this song, Rowley Mother Count. All right, if there's somebody who's cost plenty, must say, you know, boy, just say count. Anyway, you all heard the song.
Yes.
I understand that, well, in Massive Gosein's response to Israel Khan, SC, he mentioned Philip Alexander as one of the people he would like to thank for encouraging him to keep doing his thing.
Right.
All right. Now, is the entire party of that stance? Or are there women like in the party, like in the PNM's Women League, the women that have a problem with it and found it offensive? Do you find anything offensive in the song?
I think you will find that there's a personal opinion. So my personal opinion, when I heard the song, I mean, I had to go research the song because everybody was talking about it. Personal opinion, not my style, not my genre. However, the PEP stance is not so much of the style and the genre, but about the hypocrisy of the incident.
Okay. So it's not, all right, so the support is not necessarily for the song, but the support is basically about, well, not support, but what you all are talking about is the hypocrisy that exists.
Yes.
And
Injustice.
and the injustice that
Correct.
exists. Because had this been Crow, and let's say Kamala was Prime Minister, or Pandey,
Correct.
and Crow had said, or Aloes, and the chorus was Kamala Mother Count, you believe that nobody would have a problem with this? Well, not nobody, but they wouldn't be banned from being in the competitions, and there wouldn't be this call to ban the song and so on and so forth.
Well, we don't really know that
Okay.
because, you know, people from that particular party would have probably, like the PNM Women's Arm, would have probably stood up and said, well, no, you can't sing that because you are making a derogatory statement about Kamala. So
Okay.
we can't really make that decision.
Good,
It would
nice.
have to be, you know, it would have to be tested to see what would have happened.
Okay.
But it is unfortunate that the PNM Women's League have come forward with this because there have been other instances where they never said a word,
Right.
especially when the Prime Minister made comments about women in general.
Particularly the golf course
The golf
recently.
course.
Right.
Grooming and all of that. I went and I researched because I said I wanted to know what what is the PNM's Women's Arm? What do they do? And I was looking for articles on releases that they had done, and basically they were non-existent before this
Okay.
issue. I'm not saying that they didn't have a voice, but what are they using their voice for? We have so many issues: missing women being trafficked, women missing over Christmas, and where is the release? I actually heard them defending our rise in crime against women, saying that it happens globally.
Wow.
Yeah, I read an article this year saying that it happens globally, and I'm wondering, what is the purpose of the Women's Arm? Is it just to come to Rowley's defense?
Well, this is the thing, because yesterday morning I said very clearly, in a very clear voice, it's either, if you're in a women's league, then you have to be a woman first.
Correct.
You can't be a PNM or a UNC first.
Yes.
If you're in a women's league, then you're there to support women in particular and stand up for women's rights.
Correct.
And injustices being dealt out to women in society.
Correct.
So regardless of ethnicity, social position, whether you're upper class, middle class, whatever, you're supposed to be there to support women.
Correct.
Yes.
And I just felt that this was not something that they should have jumped out and come out so vocal, be so vocal
This
about,
was not
because
the issue
in terms of
make-
everything else then, if you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying.
I don't believe this was the issue to make the big splash that they made. Like I said, I had to listen to the song and to understand what was so offensive about it. To me, it fell in the category of all the other offensive songs. You were playing one before we came on there, and I thought that, it's crazy, the things that pass for acceptable music.
Right.
And it's so convenient now that it's being targeted at the current ruling political party that it's offensive. What is the song? I never ate a white meat. He had songs like that pass normal.
Yeah,
Felicia.
Congo Man was another one.
Well, I did some research last night,
Uh-huh.
and I discovered some songs that, over the years have been dubbed as acceptable by the current party, ruling party that is. So you have Scrunter, who sang about Nanny, Kenny J. Alexander, She Want a Lick, Cork in Her Hand, Crazy was Paul, Your Mother Come.
Right.
Did anybody say he couldn't sing that song? No. She Dropped the Percy on Me, Nanny Wine. Yes. Jupiter sang Lick Me Nanny. Baron sang Severe Licking, Use Me, Use My Body. Mighty Sparrow was Swordfish, The Congo Man, The Lizard.
Right.
And Philip, my dear. Did we hear any noise from the British Embassy when he sang that song, which was about the Queen?
Right.
Right? Nobody made a noise. So why all of a sudden now? Oh, and by the way, there's a song about my name as well. I'm in the mix.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
all right.
There's a song called Janice.
Oh, yes.
1994.
1994, yeah.
Right. And nobody made a noise about those things, or those songs. So when I looked at the song, I didn't see anything wrong with it. In fact, if I was a foreigner coming to Trinidad, I would go, Rolly, Your Mother Count. Not Rowley. Rolly, R-O-W is roll.
Right.
R-O-W, Rolly, Mother Count.
Right.
You see, so it's a connotation people would put the spin on, as well as all about perception. Because when I first saw the headlines, and it talked about Rowley's mother, I go, how the heck they could be singing about anybody's mother, But when I dug deep into the article, I realized, oh my goodness, this is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
And then the storyline is so perfect to what is going on now, because it's a woman who lives in Trinidad, planting her garden every day, but she is losing her crop to people coming in and stealing, including her son, right? And she has to count her vegetables to know how much money she's going to make at the end of the day.
Right.
Right? So, and then there's always wonderful bright pictures of, all the various fruits, the agriculture, which is what we should be focusing on, by the way. So I thought there was an underlying message in there as well, because we are not doing anything about the agriculture.
But you see, now I understand what you're saying, right? Because I think there is a clever, it's cleverly put together.
But that's how it's done, though. That's how they do.
Exactly. But the thing is, people are going to miss. You see, people are going to miss those aspects of the song that you mentioned there, because the main focus is the chorus. Rowley mother count. Rowley mother's right. Rowley. All right. We will go Rowley mother count.
Again, I mean, Stephen, I agree. The focus is on the
on the chorus.
I agree that it is on the chorus, but again, it's back to the issue. If it is the chorus and if it is offensive, then we need to look at all the other songs that have been allowed.
So it can't just be this song alone.
Correct.
We need to look at the history. We need to probably go back to the way we do and have music performed in Trinidad and Tobago as it pertains to calypso and chutney, and revise how it's being done. Then we need to scrap from the beginning.
Okay.
We can't just focus on this one song and use it as the beacon because it's convenient.
Yeah.
And it has also started a national conversation.
But that's the whole thing. It started a conversation.
And it's a conversation that needs to be had, because if you even up to last year, the different songs that came out that people were allowed to sing in the savannah. I mean, if you really listen to the words, you wonder, well, why are they singing this in this kind of environment?
Right.
You see, so they need to, whoever the powers that be, need to set some clear guidelines as to what is acceptable in a calypso and what is not acceptable, and what will go forward into the competition.
Yeah.
Well, I actually made that point yesterday too, because I said, we've never established where the line is.
Correct.
We've never established where the line is, and we keep missing, we keep missing that point. If we do not clearly establish the difference between something being offensive and playful, then we're going to end up in situations like this, not just now, but even in the future, because we fail to establish that. And we've allowed offensive lyrics to be entered into competitions for many years, for decades. We've even praised the offensive lyrics. We've laughed at it. We've cheered it on. We've sung it.
Millions of dollars.
That's right. We finished the verse. Even when, I mean, it didn't have any expletives in there, but we finished it with the expletives because we were singing along, and we were singing what's in our mind and where we think the artist is taking the song or the lyrics. So we've made that acceptable. So to come now and tell me that you're banning the man from competitions and you want the man's song off the airwaves is a hypocrisy.
It is.
Correct.
It is a double standard, and I find it very hard to find an argument that could say otherwise.
And as a woman, I would also like to say, as a woman, again, not fan of that genre of music,
right?
The whole picong and all of that. But as a woman, again, I found much more offensive songs in the past. Again,
in the past,
not giving this a pass, not saying, oh, it's okay, because no, it's not that. But we have to address the fact that there has been derogatory songs being sung about women in the past. That Eat a White Meat, that song. It took me a while to understand, wait, that's what he's saying.
But my thing is this, right? If we're going to think like this, then we had to ban hip-hop music and dancehall.
Yeah.
And you see, I mean, going down a road there that I don't think they're ready to take on.
Exactly. We had to ban that from playing on radio in Trinidad and Tobago, if that's where we want to go. Correct. Because it have a lot of hip-hop music and a lot of dancehall music that sing about women, like if woman is a piece of, like an animal, or a piece of meat.
Yeah.
So if we're going down that road and we're saying it's offensive and that kind of thing and we want to ban it, then we have a lot of things to look at that we need to ban. And we don't want to go there, and we have to be real about that.
You know something? I think, we have been having so many issues coming up lately. And I think, quite frankly, that this is just another distraction to take us away from the real issues of what is going on in this country.
Yes.
And it is a shame that the P&M Women's League is being caught up in this whole charade. Because really, when you really think about it, what are they making a noise about? Rolly.
Well, yeah, it could be taken.
Rolly.
Yeah, he didn't spell the name
Why
yeah.
are we not talking about the 491 murders?
Murders
that
for
we
the year
are
so far.
familiar with?
Look,
Why are we not talking about the fact that Mr. Stuart Young did not recuse himself from the committee that was doing the investigation into Petrotrin? Right? I mean, he never said he knew Mr. Espinay. He did not say that, he was renting from him. When it comes to good governance and, doing transparency, he should have made that point straight up, but the conversation has stopped.
Okay.
Nobody is saying, well, he was wrong in what he did and and that issue needs to be addressed.
Why are we not saying where is Maxi Cuff? We have a couple of days
Correct.
before the years end.
yeah, and we haven't heard about all we heard is Maxi Coffee's
coming
recovering
back in
well.
December.
Yeah. All we've heard is Maxi Coffee's recovering well. So there are a lot of things that we need to be talking about. Look, somebody just said here on the stream concerning the song. I'll see if I could pull it up here. I lost the comment somewhere in the mix here, but I'll see if I can get it back, right? What they're saying is there's no obscenity in the song.
Correct.
But it's what people are thinking in their head.
All
basically.
about perception.
Perception.
And how we view things. And what you might see in something, in that cup there, I might see something totally different.
So
everybody's views need to be respected
Yes.
because this is a democracy if they don't remember that. And there is freedom of speech. Right? And I keep saying all the time on my threads, listen, we need to respect each other's views. Or if I don't agree with you, you don't have to be calling me a demon and, all kinds of funny names.
We go to the extreme
That's
of
correct.
a very, very small
And we need
issue.
to stop that.
Look, I got the comment here.
As a nation.
Jen Tentenbaum. Yeah, no obscenity in the text of the song. It is the socio-cultural interpretation that is the problem. No obscenity in the video performance. The problem is the socio-cultural interpretation, because people were saying that this has racial undertones.
But then that again, we see that a lot around Carnival time. Isn't she that character that they...
Yes, at Carnival time and in Best Village as well.
Right, but people are taking it to be like, the
heritage.
minstrels from long time, the minstrels, caricatures and that kind of thing.
And they did blackface. Yes,
right,
I
so
saw the
people were
comments
taking it in that context.
It's funny that we, again, distraction, that
That's
race now has become the predominant topic, that we so focused on that, and again, missing so many other important issues that are happening.
Right.
We're concerned with a man, who clearly that's a man, I believe, dressed in a woman's costume, dancing in what is perceived as blackface. And we're not focusing on the fact that they are now using this to divide, and I'm seeing the comments, black people this and Indian people that, and we continue to divide ourselves. And like Janice said, one people under one flag is our slogan. We don't see the place for race and divisiveness in politics, and I don't support the racial tones that they're taking. I don't support that road that they're trying to take and make this issue into. I don't think it's a race thing. And again, using what is convenient at the time to make an issue over something that has been happening for years.
For years. Now I want to open the phone line and take a couple calls. 6229-785-628-1693. 235-3676, 235-3673. You can call in and have your comment and make your comment and have your say. Of course, that's what we do here. We get very interactive on the show. Morning. Hello, morning.
Morning.
Hi, morning. What are your thoughts?
Stefan, I'm looking at the family outfit. That is actually the Daniel family. The lady in orange is like me. I have family like the one in the middle, and I have family like you.
All
I
right.
have family that's more mixed up than that. So I can't play the race card. East Indians stop going to the tent because of the constant bashing. So they turn to chutney to pass the other side. But we still marrying each other. We still mixing up the races. I want you to tell the gangs in Parliament to go and help Rowley Mother Kong.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. So there you have it. No, but you know what she's saying is true.
Correct. Correct.
It's true. You know, we still mix in the races. We know, but we allow them to divide us in particular instances. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning.
And to the ladies, good morning also.
Good morning.
Listen, I don't know what happened in this country. You know, they criticizing a song, a calypso, our culture, right? Our talent. And you know, they're not criticizing how these people have behaved in the road and how they dress, they say it's costume.
Right.
With one feather, 2 little pieces of string, right? And they're naked. But they call it, they complain about a song that they didn't even realize, and it's only now I realize R-O-W-L-W. And it's not Rowley, it's Rowley. But further to that, when this fella in 2014 sang, what you call him, Mr. Shack, if you get yesterday's paper, this is what, Wednesday, the 27th December, and you get Daily Express, you will see what I'm talking about. Part of what he say here, part of the tune. So telling this ruling partnership in this Gaia, they got no mercy, not the COP, not the UNC, neither NJAC or TOP. Right? This young fellow who is Darren Ramzan Ali. If you get this and you read what he put here, and this man nearly break down Skinner Park when he sung that. The same word that they want to say that it is in this present song. It is no. If you read it, you will see the word that the man had here. If you take the two first letters, or the two letters, or should I say the letter of each one of these things that he said, you would see what he was talking about. And people let it break down Skinner Park. And he nearly win the monarch and all with that nasty, dirty, what you call it.
All right.
Ladies, I am glad to see you all properly attired. And I believe, I saw the lady in the middle, but I did not approach her because I was going one way and she was going the other way. What we have to do is let us try to teach these females to have self-respect, self-values, and stop behaving like dog when they say they're dancing or animal when they think it. Like, don't let the Prime Minister teach you to be an animal, to bend over to say dancing behind you. And I have to get another article on him. When he play mass with them, he said was to protect his children from behavior like that. Right? Okay. So, monkey don't see their own tail. They don't see their own tail at all.
All right.
Anyway, ladies.
All right.
Stefan,
yeah, man.
have a good day.
Yeah.
And boy, I jealous here, boy. Really nice ladies here this morning.
All right, man.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so we can take one more before we take the break. We're inviting you to give a little comment here. Massive Gosein, Rowley Mother Count. Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Morning.
Yeah, morning to you.
Morning, Stefan, and morning to your guests.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have no problem with the song. I just think Gosein was a bit lazy, in the same way I thought Crazy was lazy when he sang Paul Your Mother Come. There's no creativity in the song, and the song borders on obscene. But I have no problem with it, because I know somebody will sing Kamna and put drunk in front, Mother Car Come to something like that. Somebody will sing that this year.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all fair game. But for the lady in the middle to say it's not race, then she's been disingenuous in my view. Because Gosein himself said it was race. And I didn't know it was race until Gosein said this is race because Indian people have had enough. That's the only time I knew it was race. When he sang the song, I see no racism in it. I see it as another calypso. But when Gosein was interviewed and he said that, he introduced the racial thing by in his interview and his comment. And so I like the song. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like my culture. I feel the song really has no creativity, but I know some other idiot going to sing something about Kamla, similar to that, and put drunken in front of it. Have a nice morning.
Yeah, man.
I want to answer that
go on.
caller. Well, firstly, I agree the lyrics could have been a little bit more ingenious. Actually, what was Philip saying? He wants to remix this song and call it Rowley's Murder Count.
Rowley's Murder Count.
To actually bring back the focus on the real issues and what we should be focusing on at this time rather than this song. Also, concerning the race card, my comment about race in relation to this song is that we are using it to further divide ourselves. And I'm watching the comments happening on Facebook. I'm hearing the banter that's happening back and forth. And it has become a race thing. And my whole point is that we should not have to make it a race thing. We should not, in the first place, why are Indians and Africans fighting each other?
Okay.
We say that this is the only country in the world where Indians and Africans are at loggerheads, and it shouldn't be that way. We are 1.3 million people. Why can't we put race aside and do what is better for ourselves and realize that race has been used to divide us? Like you said, PNM, African, UNC, Indian.
Yeah.
And flip that card and actually start to focus on the real issues. That is my focus when I say let's stop talking race and let's stop making this whole song about race and focus on what is really the core problem.
All right. So I'll tell you what, we've got to take a break, and when we return, we'll get back to the phone lines. And, oh yes, when we return, you have the CPR clip. Play it, I'll talk over it. CPR, that's the clip. This video was released online yesterday. It is a video of a man that is alleged to be someone resembling that of the current Minister of Sport. And we'll get to that. It seems like these sports ministers, past and, ones that resemble the present, seem to be ending up on camera, very often. So we'll talk about that when we return. They said it's CPR. It looked like CPR to me. I mean, I have never been in a position to need CPR. I did have some water stuck in my lungs at one time, but the Heimlich maneuver was performed. But if I had to get CPR, I think it would look something like that. We'll be back after this.
Hey!
All right, so we're back on the inside, and just before the break, we showed you a clip there with the, with a man resembling that of the current Minister of Sport, Darrell Smith. That's what they're claiming on social media. It is alleged. We'll get to that in a little while. Just give us a few moments here to gather our thoughts. Now get back my breath from the CPR. So I'll tell you what. Before we get to that though, before we touch on that and we open the phone line, because I know we're ready to go on the phone line, I know the phone line's ready to go crazy. We're going to take calls straight up to the top, but we got to just wrap up, finish up things here with the ladies here and give them a little opportunity to mention some things. I know you wanted to go down the history road.
Yes, I would like to tell Trinidadians and Tobagonians, you all need to look at your history. Go back and look at what was taking place from the times the colonials were in Trinidad. I would like to direct you as well to our YouTube channel, the Progressive Empowerment Party's YouTube channel, where Philip did an excellent show, where he went back in history to show how is it that racism started in Trinidad and how it was perpetrated by both of the parties, UNC and the PNM. And you know, as a woman myself, I would like to say I'm very disappointed in the PNM Women's League trying to make this whole thing a race issue. And it is unfortunate because at the end of the day, we are one people under one flag. And everybody needs to be treated with fairness and be treated equally so that no one race can say, oh, this is what you all are doing to us, and likewise. So go take a look at our YouTube video and you will get to understand. Also, you need to start watching as well the parliamentary channel because that has a lot of history as well on that channel, and we need to understand our history instead of just blowing up when somebody starts talking race talk.
Well, you know, I wanna second you on that one, because the Parliament channel,
Yeah, very informative.
you know, when you're seeing news, when you're getting news, right? Whether it's an article that you're reading in the paper, so you're seeing it on the 7 o'clock news at night, they have to cut and edit for time. And in that cut and that edit, they give you 30 seconds of a soundbite. And you go on with that, yeah.
Correct.
People go on with that, the 30 seconds of the soundbite.
Yeah.
And it's only when you go on your review like the Parliament channel to get the whole story, to see how the whole conversation unfolded.
Correct. Yes.
Then you will hear that sometimes a member is speaking and being interrupted on the other side, and then you understand a little better, you know, the reaction that led, you know, to that action, the actions and the reactions then.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the back and forth. Now sometimes they do behave, not sometimes now, on a regular basis they behave like primary school children inside of there, and I think they need to work on that. But I don't know, they're getting views, you know. Is like a soap opera, you know, a political soap opera inside of there.
Well, not just that. I think they need to, the PNM, the ministers in Parliament, they need to watch the youth parliamentary shows as well, because they have a youth section where these young students come in and they teach them and they show them what is done in Parliament. And then they actually get topics that they have to do their research on. And they are in a parliamentary environment. And let me tell you, I mean, I feel very proud when I see those kids on that channel doing what they do, because it makes, I mean, you kind of like wonder, well, why does the
why the senior members,
behaving differently?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and these are the young people who are going to be the young leaders of tomorrow.
Correct.
And we all age.
But that's right. Well, I hope that those are the young leaders of tomorrow, those young people that we're watching, because sometimes I wonder where they go. And it seems like we're just stuck with this revolving door.
Well, they go elsewhere. They leave the island and go outside, because what is it there for them here?
But that's another thing we had to work on. We had to work on keeping them here. You
Correct.
know what I mean? Because I don't think a large majority of young people really serious. And I mean, look, we're going into a season now, carnival time.
That's right.
It don't matter.
How we vote is not how we party.
Exactly. It don't matter. Everybody
Monday and Tuesdays, everybody.
You understand? Everybody ending up in the fete together. Everybody gonna have a ball. So, you know, I mean, why can't it be like that?
365.
365 a year. You know, I mean, why it is we allow, you know, politicians to divide and rule. And I mean, that's one of the oldest ways to rule, is to divide and rule. To conquer is to divide and rule. And we keep allowing, as like we don't learn from history. You know what I mean? You know that kind of way? Like we don't ever learn from the mistakes we make in the past. And not just us, I'm talking about humanity on the whole.
Yeah.
I think Trinidadians need to wake up as to what is really going on in this country.
Yeah.
Government is struggling every month to pay their salaries for the public service. Look, right now, the students at the hotel school, they want to take the ministry to court because there's no money to pay their fees. They can't graduate. There is a serious issue and nobody's paying attention. Nobody's asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we're getting sidetracked as well.
That's correct, with all this distraction.
You know, the bacchanal that going on, it seems like, you know, every day, well, boy, I thought between 2010 and 2015 that bacchanal boy, but I ain't lying, eh?
Yesterday I read an article about Boxing Day and how it was dead in Port of Spain, and business owners were crying massive losses, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm wondering, what are people expecting in what is a recession period? What is in my opinion, a manufactured recession. What are we expecting? This is going to be the trickle-down effects. Like Janice saying, you can't pay salaries, people, they're not buying for Christmas, and the economy is stagnant. And are we really aware of what is happening, or is it now that we're going in Christmas into Carnival, we'll forget about that until February?
And it's a question of what are we doing to...
Not only that,
to get out
you
of
know,
it.
when they had the whole issue with Sandals and Tobago, and you know, the Prime Minister said, but you know, but when he was being asked about it in agriculture, he said, how much more we got planned? You know, we need a hotel. And nobody seems to remember that Tobago was the food basket for the Caribbean. Nobody seems to remember that. Also, Trinidad was able to grow enough food to feed the people. So why is it that they are not taking a firm stance where agriculture is concerned? When you look at all their various policies with agriculture and so on, and what they got in the budget, now, they want to take $3 million to fix a golf course. Put the money into agriculture. Get somebody to sit down and say, listen, this is what you all need to do, because nobody seems to know what to do, right? And we need to get off the ground, because let me tell you, as someone said to me, if a World War III breaks out between Trump and North Korea, we are going to be in trouble. We are not going to be able to feed our people. The skies are going to be closed. The sea is going to be closed, right? You're going to have everybody running to Trinidad, okay, because they're not going to be able to feed themselves. So what are we doing?
Nobody's next to in Venezuela.
Exactly. Nobody is forward thinking as to what would happen to Trinidad if World War III breaks out. They need to wake up and start. Let me tell you something. I have started starting my own garden, like Rolly Mother Count. I'll probably have to be counting my vegetables. Good. And then I'm going to be doing it in buckets, because I want to have to be able to grow carrots, potatoes, green peppers, anything that is going to be a staple diet for me if anything happens. Right? So people need to wake up. Start organizing your own personal gardens, so that if anything happens, you will be able to feed your community at least. When you look at America, the big barons in America are into agriculture. Why is it we're not here? Why?
Exactly. No, terrific points, all valid. I can't argue, you know. Well, I can't argue because they bring in such good points, but secondly, I can't argue because they say must never argue with one woman, far less with two. All right? I could argue with boys whole morning, but you see two women, I can't argue with two women. All right? That's like suicide. All right? That's on your suicide. That's just suicide. All right? No, but I think I think you guys said it clearly this morning in terms of the Massive Gosein situation, in terms of the racial divide in Trinidad and Tobago, and how we need to move forward to move past that. So I think basically we covered that. Any comments on this video with this man resembling the Minister of Sport? Could you put up the CPR video? It's CPR, yeah. You can clearly see that obviously he's unconscious. Oh no, there the CPR now kicking. Right, and there you have it. Yes, revived fully. He looked like he just had a meal. And you know when you eat and you just get lazy, boy, and you just rock back so and you can't move. Yeah, I thought it was a recliner couch, but it doesn't appear to be that. It's a normal couch. Voice, you have one of those women? Oh, he's in the other. Okay. Yeah, it's CPR. There it is, CPR. Back, and he's alive. Nice, man. Any thoughts on that? Because if that is who they're saying it is on social media. Yeah, he's saying no recliner. Yes. If that is who they're saying it is. Now I remember we had a former sport minister who a video came out about this man resembling that sports minister. It was a man. It has so many people in the world resembling people. Somebody go resemble me just now and all. Look go see me. Somebody go make a video with me just now and all. And go be a man resembling me. I don't know what I'll be doing, but it will be a man resembling me. But I'm just saying, we have a lot of twins in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, we're a twin island. So why not? It's only obvious, right? So the uproar and the outrage with that past incident, after today here, do you guys expect any kind of outrage or uproar concerning this video with this individual who they are saying it is alleged resembles the current Minister of Sport?
I think, like any other bacchanal in Trinidad, this is going to last a couple of days. People are going to talk about it. We're going to make comments, and then it's going to fade into nothingness. He's going to, whoever that is going to go on his merry life and be back to
and it's going to be back to normal.
And it's back to normal.
Another distraction.
Another distraction.
Yes.
All right. So I tell you what, let's take a couple calls now before we go to the break, before we wrap up. Let me just hear what people have to say about this CPR video. It's CPR. Morning. Yes, morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, one.
Morning, Stefan and the two ladies. Morning.
Yes, sir.
Stefan, I thank you very much for, you guys first want to call her yesterday morning to tell you to bring out the other calypsos from way back to this present time. Thank you very much for that, and I appreciate that, and especially not for me alone, but for those short-minded people, those short-memory people who really just forget and just sweep thing under the carpet, like for today, tomorrow, if you like it. I want to talk about concerning this PNM women league. I tell you, listen, they have a word, I don't know if it's the real meaning, right, but them is boo, you know. You will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Useless. It doesn't make no sense. That's it. I like the idea that those people coming up there, if you could form a party, listen, get people, find people, intelligent people, honest people, nice people, Indian, Chinese, Negroes, whoever it is, get them there, and let's get out the PNM from there, and let's the UNC come out, find a new party, get a new government, and then the only thing to start to do is to lock up left, right, and center for destroying Trinidad and Tobago. If you leave the PNM, they will get worse than Haiti over Trinidad and Tobago. Have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's the only way we're going to get justice, you know. The only way we're going to recover all those trillions of dollars, and I'm not saying billions again, I go into trillions, is if we have a third party that can get in there and investigate everybody that was there before. Morning.
Hello, morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning. I want to make a comment, please.
Sure.
I'm trying, somebody could correct me if I am wrong.
Sure.
The gentleman just said that the PNM, the Women's League is boo. But I think it is Dr. Williams that said that FAB, he referred to the Women's League as the FAB, the three-letter word for donkey brigade.
Okay.
And that is what they are.
All right. All right, cool, man. Yeah, the FAB. Okay, yeah, we know that. Yeah. I thought it's the NA something he said, you know, but it's the FAB. Well, I mean, everybody getting everything mixed up, count and wherever that rhymes with. Morning! And FAB,
morning,
NAB,
Stefan.
PAB. What's going on, Freeport?
And your two lovely guests.
Yeah, man.
Morning.
Well,
The nicer than voice, eh?
CPR, Stefan.
Yeah.
I was having a little heart problem,
Oh, all right.
so I had to get some CPR
CPR.
to revive me.
Yeah, man.
But nonetheless, Stefan, I don't know what all the big brouhaha is about with this Massive Gosein song, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because let's face facts.
Right.
Crocro sing worse than that. Aloe sing worse than that.
Yeah.
There are other artists who have sung worse than that.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, why all of a sudden the attention on Massive Gosein? But here's the upside to that,
Uh-huh.
Because of all of this attention, do you know all his tracks are being sold out?
Exactly. The
Left, right, and center.
song get bigger than it would ever
This
be.
song is bigger than the country.
Yes.
You understand? Here's the thing. I agree with one of your ladies there who spoke about agriculture.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that a country that can feed itself is a country that can actually survive.
Yeah.
And we are looking at in the future, very near future,
Yeah.
we are looking at the possibility that the smaller islands in the Caribbean may not have sufficient to supply us with food.
Especially
Which
after the
means
hurricanes.
we need to take a good and close look and a hard look at our food supply and sustainability.
Right.
That's one thing. But I want to be realistic also. No government, none, PNM, UNC, NAR, and even the new party that these ladies belong to, I believe their leader was once associated with the partnership. None of them thought about agriculture. Agriculture has always been a second thought, because it is, if you don't like somebody, shove them in agriculture and leave them there to die a natural political death.
Right.
But here what? It's a brand new year coming, 2018. And let me wish those two lovely ladies and yourself, Stefan, and Mr. Pauline.
Oh, because I'm not going to tell you, don't forget you're married, you know, but all these two lovely ladies talking on the air.
But
Go ahead.
Stefan, how many times have I told you, my wife always sits next to me. On my left side, under my left arm.
Nice one, nice one.
So I want you all to have a bright, fruitful, productive, and prosperous New Year. Do have a pleasant day, y'all.
Yeah, man, Freeport, thanks a lot. And just before we go to the break, ladies, and we wrap things up, one of the things that I need to say, especially to the PNM right now, all right, if somebody, it could be the Prime Minister, it could be the Attorney General, it could be any member of the PNM. If one of you don't come out and clear up this matter with Massive Gosein song being banned, it is going to appear, perception is everything, but this ban on them making the ban for the, calling on for a ban of the song from not only radio but competitions, by banning the man from competition, it is going to appear and people are going to go away with the perception that it's somewhat dictatorial. Not somewhat, it's dictatorial. It's something that a dictator would do. If you all know that, listen, this is all fair game and clever pecan, somebody in the government, in the PNM, the executive, whoever, all they need to come out and say, listen, all they're making much ado about nothing. Let the man sing a song and let the people decide whether the song is a hit or not. Although all the bacchanal here and all the talk have probably made it a hit, more than a hit than it would have ever been.
But let me give you a different scenario that nobody's looking at. Government has no money. How can they give money
that
they don't have?
No.
Right? And also, if they did have, how can you give that money when money is needed elsewhere, which is more critical than to a chutney show?
Yeah.
Because people will be very upset.
Yeah.
Right? So nobody's looking at it from that angle. So to me, if I was in their shoes, I would create a distraction, right, to cause the whole issue of maybe even putting off the show because you don't have the money.
Well, George
Right?
Singh said, I saw an
He
article
needs $1 million.
He said he needs $1 million
That's right.
more to put on a good show. So I guess we'll see. Because strange enough, I haven't heard any talk. We hear about Chutney Soca Monarch. I haven't heard anything about Soca Monarch.
Correct.
So we don't know what's even going on with Soca Monarch this year. Is there a Soca Monarch this year? That's a discussion we have to have as well. But we'll have that in time to come. Ladies, I want to thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
And of course, you ladies are welcome to come anytime, because it's always good to have, some people better looking than voicing, no next time I'm morning too. I just had to say that.
Well, not just that, but the party, the Progressive Empowerment Party, is not just Philip alone.
Exactly.
We have an executive. Here is the chairperson of the party. I am the public relations officer. And we have other members,
Brilliant.
good members who do fabulous work. So yes, Philip is the voice, but behind the voice is the woman
There's a
behind the man.
network of people.
That's right, a good network of people.
And we will hear from many more people from the PP, because I want to bring something different to the forum. Because, if I call the PNM and I tell them come on the show, they run from me. You and see the same. So I tell you what, I don't mind having conversations with you guys, your members for your respective areas. I think it's about time people get to know who you are,
Yes.
what you're about, because we're heading into 2018. And after this year, by midway through 2018, mark my words, we're going to know where Trinidad and Tobago are really headed by middle of this year coming.
And also,
Right.
we have an initiative going on right now, which is the Job Seekers Initiative, where anybody who's looking for a job, they can come to us and register, and also employers can come and register as well. And it's all free. We are not charging any money for this.
Wow.
And we are lining up employers with employees.
Okay.
So, you know, you may have an employer in South, for instance, and we may have people in our database from South. And we marry the two together.
Okay.
You see, so, and this is an initiative that we started about almost 2 months ago.
All right.
And it's something that we will be continuing because people are losing their jobs.
That's right. And people need work right now.
Correct.
It's not easy. So I'll tell you what, we'll be back after this. Voice will be back on set. And we're going to get back to this CPR video here. And we're going to close with Errol Fabian. You all stay tuned and don't miss that. It's going to get very entertaining. Last half hour.